Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics Edition number 158.1. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released January 28, 2015, beginning alphabetically with All New Invaders number 14. Thomas Toro Raymond emerges from his Inhuman cocoon with new powers and new enemies. Can Jim Hammond, Namor, and the new Captain America Sam Wilson help their colleague through his dangerous rebirth? Will the British invaders Union Jack and Spitfire, along with Winter Soldier, solve the mystery of the Martian invasion? Guest starring Killraven and the Inhumans. Next, we have Amazing X-Men number 16, The Once and Future Juggernaut, Part 2 of 4. Attempting to create a new Juggernaut, the Gem of Sidorak is calling out, and none hears the call more than those who have previously housed the power of Sidorak, Cain Marko and Colossus. But they aren't the only ones out to find the gem. Can the X-Men uncover its location before it's too late? And can Colossus resist the temptation and power of Sidorak? We've also got Deadpool number 41. Deadpool has been through a lot recently, and he needs to relax. Time for a good old-fashioned simple merc job. Deadpool in the Middle East. Should be nice and uncomplicated. Next we have Inhuman number 11. Reader and Iso are back and in horrible danger. The throne of Adelan is empty. Who will rise? We've also got Marvel Universe Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors number 3. A lab experiment at Stark Industries goes horribly wrong, putting the entire city in danger. Spider-Man teams up with Iron Man to confront the unstoppable threat. Next we have New Avengers number 29. In 4 months, time runs out. We've also got Nova number 26. Cletus Cassidy comes to Carefree. Carnage ensues. Next we have Secret Avengers number 12, Welcome to the Nursery. The horror, oh the horror. Black Widow and Lady Bullseye might just have to deal with this together. With Maria Hill gone, what happens with the rest of the team? We've also got Spider-Man 2099 number 8, Spider-Verse tie-in. Spider-Man 2099 and Lady Spider must reunite with the rest of the Spiders in time for the final battle against the Inheritors. Who will survive the Spider-Verse? Will Miguel finally be able to return home? And by home, do we mean 2099 or 2014? Next we have Spider-Man and the X-Men number 2, Bad Teacher. Spidey's already gotten his ex-students captured by Sauron and Stegron. Can they stop the Savage Land from colonizing Staten Island? Traitor. Has Shark Girl really betrayed her classmates for those cold-blooded creeps? Romance. Have you ever seen a Pterodon Stegosaurus shark love triangle? You will if you buy this issue. We've also got Thor number 4. The Odin son is back and he clearly doesn't like that someone else is holding his hammer. You know what that means, right? Thor versus Thor. Next we have Uncanny Avengers number 1, Counter-Evolutionary Part 1, From the Ashes of Axis, an all-new, all-different Avengers assemble. The tragedy at the end of Axis has left the Uncanny Avengers vulnerable, and someone is taking advantage of it. One of the Avengers' oldest foes returns with a terrible secret that will, all hyperbole aside, shatter the lives of 2 members of the squad. What is Counter-Earth? What terrible secrets does it house? We've also got Uncanny X-Men number 30. In the fallout from Axis, the Uncanny X-Men return to the Xavier School to lick their battle wounds. But for some, the events that transpired have left a deeper wound than anyone realizes. Wounds heal, but sometimes the scars become too much to bear, and the ruby glasses come off. And we've got Wolverines number 4. Everyone's blood is on the line in a desperate battle to defend Phantomile from a nightmarish monster, and even if the Wolverines can save her, they're going to have to figure out a way to keep her around. The linchpin of their plan has a mind of her own, and that's a real problem. Out in trades this week, we've got Cataclysm, the Ultimate's Last Stand trade paperback. The dreaded Galactus has arrived in the Ultimate Universe. With a whole dimension of new planets for him to devour, the Ultimate heroes must stop Galactus from destroying their entire universe. Unstoppable and insatiable, he decimates the Chitauri, the Kree, and heads for Earth. As Rick Jones and Vision make desperate last-ditch attempts to deter Galactus, the Ultimates face the Devourer head-on. And while Nick Fury plots, Reed Richards fights for redemption, MODOK prepares for the end, and the X-Men deal with a lethal secret weapon, Miles Morales heads to Galactus' birthplace, the Marvel Universe, hoping for clues to save his world. Is this the Ultimate Hero's last stand? Collects Hunger 1 through 4, Cataclysm 0.1, Cataclysm the Ultimate's Last Stand 1 through 5, Cataclysm Ultimate Spider-Man 1 through 3, Cataclysm Ultimate X-Men 1 through 3, Cataclysm Ultimates 1 through 3, and Survive. Next we have Deadpool, the Ones with Deadpool trade paperback. 4 tales of everyone's favorite merc with a mouth. When Waterworld hires Deadpool to protect their theme park, he winds up face to snout with brute force, protectors of the environment. Look him up. In a story written by star of the League and NTSF SD SUV Paul Scheer and Nick Giovannetti. Then mysterious foes try to steal Wolverine's DNA to clone him, but Logan's old pals Deadpool and Steve Rogers are on the case, and Ben Acker and Ben Blacker, bad minds behind the thrilling adventure hour, reveal the secret of the white caption boxes as Deadpool takes on Madcap with unexpected results. Finally, Deadpool helps out Spider-Man by donning his webs. Why doesn't Spidey seem to appreciate it? Collect Deadpool Biannual number 1, Death of Wolverine, Deadpool and Captain America number 1, and Deadpool Annual number 1 and 2. We've also got Guardians of the Galaxy, All New X-Men, The Trial of Jean Grey trade paperback. Space and time collide. The arrival of the original X-Men in the present sent shockwaves through the Marvel Universe, but we've only seen the effects on Earth until now. When an alien race discovers that Jean Grey, once or perhaps future host of the destructive Phoenix Force, is back on Earth, they decide to hold her accountable for the genocide committed by Dark Phoenix. Now it's up to the spacefaring Guardians of the Galaxy to help the all-new X-Men save Jean from twisted intergalactic justice. A surprise ally from one character's past arrives to help, but will that be enough against the most powerful army in the universe? Don't miss the first encounter between two of Marvel's biggest franchises. Collects Guardians of the Galaxy 11 through 13 and All New X-Men 22 through 24. Next, we have New Warriors Volume 2, Always and Forever trade paperback. The New Warriors are pulled into inhumanity as their own resident Inhuman. S.H.I.E.L.D is targeted by two different tribes of Inhumans and faces a difficult choice. Meanwhile, Jake Waffles and Mr. Whiskers are back, but are they friends or foes? What does Jake Waffles possess that Speedball wants so badly? And who is hunting Nova? As Justice and Scarlet Spider hit the road together for Houston, the New Warriors take their fight straight back to the High Evolutionary. Plus, who is truly behind the High Evolutionary's plans? Can anyone trust the Evolutionaries? For the fate of all things not quite human, the war is on, and not everyone will survive. Judgment has come for humanity, for Earth, and for the New Warriors. Don't miss the shocking conclusion. Collects New Warriors number 7 through 12. We've also got Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Classic Volume 2 trade paperback. There's never a dull day at S.H.I.E.L.D. Not when there's the latest helicarrier to launch and fresh agents to whip into shape, and definitely not when Madam Hydra lures Nick Fury and the team to her new base where the Yellow Claw lies in wait. But it's not all bad news, not when Nick's staunchest ally, a certain death-defying dependable, makes his glorious return. If the S.H.I.E.L.D. team can survive their Hydra affair, they'll face an apogee of disaster in space when the nightmare named Lohan goes techno-viral. Good thing the Fantastic Four are on hand to lend their extraterrestrial expertise. The deadliest threats of all lie in wait, though, when Baron von Strucker is reborn at the hands of the Red Skull. Collecting Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 12 through 23. Next, we have Spider-Man Big Time, the Complete Collection Volume 3 trade paperback. Big Time rolls on as Spider-Man teams up with Daredevil to clear the Black Cat's not-so-good name. But what if she's not as innocent as Spider-Man thinks she is? And when an out-of-control invention at Horizon Labs gives Spider-Man a vision of tomorrow that includes the destruction of New York City, can Spidey unravel the clues to avert it in time? Dr. Octopus claims he can repair the ozone layer, but while the world seems ready to go on with his plan, Spider-Man isn't. Unfortunately, that makes him global enemy number 1. How can Spider-Man save the world when the Sinister Six and the whole planet are hunting him down? Guest starring the Avengers. Collecting Amazing Spider-Man 677 to 687 and 679.1, Daredevil number 8, Amazing Spider-Man Ends of the Earth number 1, and Avenging Spider-Man number 8. We've also got Superior Foes of Spider-Man Volume 3 Game Over trade paperback, voted one of the best mainstream superhero comics of 2013 by the Onion AV Club. Only 5 villains stand between New York and total chaos in the streets of Manhattan. The problem? Those villains are the superior foes. And now the world's most dangerous villains are up against the world's most dangerous thing, the truth. A year of duplicity and double-crossing has led to this. Who will live? Who will die? Who will get the head of Silvermane? The gang war begins as everyone clashes in a big fight over Silvermane's head. Lives are lost, feelings are hurt, and car keys get misplaced as the foes take on all comers. The sleeper hit of the year continues as Spencer and Lieber bring this rollicking tale of evil to its ultimate hour, collecting Superior Foes of Spider-Man 12 through 17. And we've got Wolverine and the X-Men Volume 2 Death of Wolverine trade paperback. Melita Gardner returns, and she's got something on Logan that throws the entire school into an uproar. But little does Melita know she's also drawn the attention of the Red Right Hand. Meanwhile, Logan and Storm go on a long overdue date, but when the headmasters are away, villains come out to play. And when Quentin Quire celebrates his birthday, party crasher Wolverine gets more than he bargained for. But how does Quentin's return mark the beginning of Access and big changes for the Jean Grey School? Then, in the aftermath of tragedy, the school must mourn Wolverine's death. As Wolverine's will is read and a report digs further into a century-long past, new truths will be uncovered as the X-Men retell their favorite personal adventures and Wolverine stories, bidding farewell to a legend. Collecting Wolverine and the X-Men 7 through 12. Alright, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Instagram to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.